Presidential race. Over the weekend, Vice President Kamala Harris made stops in North Carolina, while out west, former President Donald Trump ratcheted up his political rhetoric. But tonight, both candidates are in opposite corners of one of the most important states in this election. That's Pennsylvania. Laura Barone-Lopez has our report.
This afternoon, Kamala Harris jetted off to the country's largest battleground state. The vice president is doing in Pennsylvania as she did in North Carolina over the weekend, energizing black voters. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump increased his extreme rhetoric, describing some American citizens as enemies.
I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within.
In a Fox News interview yesterday, Maria Bartiromo asked Trump whether or not Election Day would be peaceful.
We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
This kind of terminology is the terminology of dictators.
Ruth Ben-Ghiat is an American historian and scholar.
Initially, and he's been, doing anti-immigrant rhetoric since 2015, it was keeping people out so that you should militarize the border. But now it's the enemy within. And that enemy can be anywhere, even in the heartland, such as Aurora or Springfield. And thus, he's talking about using various types of armed forces, National Guard, and he says even the military, to go and liberate these territories. And this is very dangerous rhetoric. It's turning armed force against a domestic population. And that's what dictators have done in the past.
Trump's choice language didn't stop at Fox News. On Saturday, he described American towns as being invaded at a rally in Coachella, California.
We're like an occupied country. We got people taking over parts of Colorado. We have people taking over other states. November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America, Liberation Day.
This is a strategy. The ultimate goal is to convince Americans that democracy is failing, and that strongman leadership to fix everything, Donald Trump will say, I alone can fix it, is supposed to be the answer. And so as soon as he would take over and go back to the White House, all of our problems would be solved. But this is based on a fictional reality that's been created by disinformation.
In Prescott Valley, Arizona this weekend, Trump made a new immigration pledge to add 10,000 agents to Border Patrol ranks and bump up their salaries.
After I win, I will be asking Congress immediately